Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up? What's good? What's poppin'? What's cracking? Percolating? What's really good news? Your man Theo Butler, and welcome to a interesting episode of I Ain't Saying. I'm just saying with the Raw Women Nation. Grand Madam Tarot, my advisor, is already in the building. Yes, yes. I know you're like, Theo, you got a lot of energy for it to be late at night. I do, don't I? Shout out to Playing Poppy. Yeah, y'all see what we got going on. Yeah, political hijinks. How Capitol Hill, how Capitol Hill is not starting. How Capitol Hill reminds me of high school recess, lunchtime. I'm gonna go ahead and jump all into that thing. Before we begin, like, share, subscribe, all that and everything. You will be entertained. I promise you, you will be entertained. We're gonna throw some history. We're gonna throw some history in there. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. I'm doing my best to make us as aware as a people as possible. Shout out to Big Tony Cottrell for this political season. We had a great conversation yesterday. Hey, folks disagree all the time. They don't care about that. We ain't not gonna rock with each other because we disagree on stuff. I feel like using my platform is the best way to get some education out there, because God knows we can use it. Anyway, like I said before we begin, like, share, subscribe, and everything like that. I want to go over some stuff. Barack Obama had a conversation. Black men. It's my show. I'm gonna say some stuff with humor, levity. So just be able to pick and choose when I'm joking. Be able to ascertain when I'm joking and when I'm not joking. So Barack Obama had a conversation with black men about their support of Kamala Harris. And some folks got offended. They did. I don't believe one black man or one black woman got offended by what Barack Obama said. Think about that for a second. You're like, Theo, what you mean? Well, since I've been growing up, you've been growing up, we know all of us don't identify as black. No, we have another nom de guerre that we would go by, prefer to go by. We do. Watch this. I don't believe one African American got offended by what Barack Obama said. So watch what I said. I don't believe any black person got offended. I don't believe any African American got offended. Stay right there. All right, so come on, yo king, the president of the Black Panther fan group is in the building. So just think about what I said, because if you look like me, there are other nom de guerres some of us go by. Some of us real, that, or some of us bad, the other. You either real this or a bad, and you don't care. You prefer to be a real N, prefer to be recognized and acknowledged, and you tell folks, I'm a real N. You don't say you're a real black man. You don't say you're a real African American man. No, you say you're a real, well, you got other folks over here, the other gender. They don't say they queens. Calling them queens offends them. No, they answer by bad. And what do we know about the folks that's real? Well, real, they ignorant. That's where that word stem from. They, even when they try and use it as a term of endearment, they still wind up insulting one another when they call themselves that. Well, they sleep with anybody. We see bads in heat all the time. They loud for no damn reason. Notice what I said. I don't believe any black people nor African American people got offended by what he said. No, I believe all the reals and all the bads were the ones that got offended. Why? Because they either A, don't know history, or B, don't care about history. But for my brothers and sisters that do care about the history, and you ain't getting it from the other, I gotta say it, and you ain't getting it from the other non-influence having ass fools on social media. I figured I'd do it. I'm in a great mood. It's Tuesday. It's some stuff going on. And if you ain't been living long enough, you think certain stuff is normal. I assure you it's not. So let's start like this. So the Democratic Party, hold on. That's my daughter. She daddy. Hey girl, you made it home? Oh, she hung up just that quick. So here we go. I understand. I do. I'm not saying one part, well, because well, one is better than the other one. Hey girl. Oh, that's fine. You made it home? Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna call you as soon as I get done. We in for a good time, not for a long time. You might want to tune in. It's gonna be funny. It is. Trust me. Love you, girl. So I understand folks feel like I do. Folks feel like the Democratic Party ain't done enough. Ain't doing nothing. I don't think anybody has ever heard me say yay, nay. They haven't. But can we go down history real quick? I'm gonna help us go down some history. They call me the griot keeper. They do. On the receipt keeper. They do. And I'm just gonna point out some things. If you are a black person or a African American, you're gonna find what I'm getting ready to say interesting, because some stuff you just might not be aware of. So let's try this. You rock with me like I'm rocking with you. I'm rocking with you like you rock with me. Let's do this. So when were the slaves freed? And which party freed them? I think that's a rhetorical question. It was the Republican Party. They did. They freed the slaves. The Emancipation Proclamation. What his name? Lincoln. Yeah, they did that. They did that. That's history. That's world history. That's American history. They did that. They did that. Now, what did the Democratic Party do and when? Oh, the Civil Rights Act. And let me see if I got this right here, because I want to make sure I'm looking at this right. Y'all know I'm blind in one eye and I can't see out the other. So in 1863, the slaves were freed, and the Civil Rights Act came in 1964. Well, what did the colored folks do between being freed, right, and getting the Civil Rights Act? Because we were free but had no rights. You need me to say that one time? We were free but had no rights. All the Republican Party said was, you're free. That's all they said. They didn't say nothing else. They hinted at 40 acres and a mule. Hinted at it. But that's all they did. They freed the slaves. It's what that was. You was free and you had no rights. Free, no rights. The other party came along in 1960. I'm reading my glasses. In 1964, the Democratic Party came along with the Civil Rights Act. Now, why did the Democratic Party come along with the Civil Rights Act? They was tired of losing to the Republicans. Damn it. Black folks showing up to vote. Damn it. No, we got to do something else. This ain't working. This ain't. You know what? Let's go talk to them. Let's go make friends with them. Now, the Republican Party in 1964 had choices on the table. Because I just want to point out, regardless of who has been president of the United States of America, Clinton came close. No one has apologized for America's participation in slavery. Black, white, brown, male, young, old. Ain't no president ever apologized for it. No. Okay, so we got just want to make sure we clear. The Republicans freed the slaves in 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation. No rights. Slave, you don't have no rights until 1964. That's the Democratic Party. What did the Republican Party do? They could have spent the block on that 40 acres and a mule. They could have. They could have apologized for America's participation in slavery. They could have. They could have outbid the Democratic Party by giving more than just the Civil Rights Act. They could have passed some legislation. That's not what they did. In 1864 is when you see it, but in 1862, they started adopting the Southern strategy to attract the racists to their party to make up for the blacks that were leaving their party. 1964. But here's the thing. With you as a black person, free with no rights, what did you do? Because I know quite a few folks, based on the conversation we had yesterday, mad at the Democratic Party because the Democratic Party ain't doing nothing for black folks. I've always been of the mindset why black folks don't do for themselves, especially when I look at history. When I look at history, it's rich. History is rich with black folks in America, African Americans in America, doing for themselves, whether they have rights or not. You need me to say that one time? Whether black folks have rights or not, they have persevered in America, i.e., got it from the muck. Put my reading glasses on here. So, in 1863, we got the Emancipation Proclamation. In 1837, we have our first historically black college. Which came first? The Emancipation Proclamation or the HBCU? Cheyenne University. Well, how did we build the HBCU? We weren't free and we had no rights. This is some good coffee. This is some good coffee. Republican Party wasn't doing anything for us in 1837. The Democratic Party wasn't doing, as a matter of fact, the Democratic Party was actively against us in 1837. Still, we built our first HBCU in 1837 without the assistance from either party. We wasn't checking for the party that kind of got along with us, and we wasn't checking for the party that didn't get along with us. We got it out the muck. Do you know what else we did? We got any Ving Rhames fans? Ving Rhames fans? Ving Rhames? How about Kerry Washington? Any Kerry Washington fan? Anybody? Kerry? Oh, not Kerry. Oh, what's my girl name? She was on the Hughleys because she was. Anyway, anybody? Y'all remember the movie Rosewood? Rosewood. You know that wasn't just a movie, right? That's based on true events. Y'all know that? Well, when you think Rosewood was founded? I'm just gonna tell you, the Civil Rights Act was not around when Rosewood was founded. Oh my goodness. This is some good coffee. Think about this for a second. A settlement. They ain't got no rights. None. They ain't got no rights. They ain't being supported by either party. They not. What did we say? The Republicans freed the slaves. The Democrats back then wanted to delete the slaves. Rosewood was established in 1900. How did they do that? How did they establish a black settlement without help from either party? How? And I would think that if they did it back then, times had to be way more difficult back then. Like, could you imagine being black back then? You know how you talk to folks today? Oh, you wasn't gonna talk to them like that back then. No, you wouldn't. At HBCU, the HBCU was set up for the children of soon to be free slaves. Emancipation was in the works prior to 1865. How it was established for children. That's my advisor. That's my advisor. But now she's baby boomer. If you're a millennial, have you talked to him? You got some of you, I know you got some of your family, chopped it up with them. Because that's who you're going to get the real news from. Damn all this stuff on social media. Hey, I know I'm on social media. I do. But I'm going to say I'm in the minority when it comes to folks just keeping it real. That said, you sitting up here as a black person, neither party is checking for you. Yeah, you got one that just gave you just freed you, but that's all they did. No differently than in 1965. That's all they did was the Civil Rights Act. You looking for something else. Well, you ain't never looked for it before. We ain't never relied on it before. Relied on it, looked for it, depended on it. No. Did you know when Black Wall Street was created? You know how we love to talk about it? Black Wall Street. 1863. 1863. We freeing slaves. That's all we did, though. You ain't got no rights. Freed you. You ain't got no rights. Don't give two damns. We're establishing Rosewood. Let's say we're establishing Black Wall Street in 1906. How in 1906 did we as a people manage to come together with no rights and establish to this day one of the most successful black communities in history? How did we do that? How, Sway? How? Help me out. So we build the HBCUs. We ain't got no rights. We free. We ain't got no rights. We ain't get no handouts. Ain't no Medicaid. Ain't no stimulus check. Ain't no none of that. Ain't no black. No. Ain't no black hate crime bill or nothing. None of that. And we out here. We got an HBCUs. Let me put an S at that. We got black settlements. But wait, we ain't done. In 1920, we create the Negro League. So we get free. We ain't got no rights. We don't. Before we get free, we build the HBCU schools for us to go get a higher level of education. We already doing that. We building black towns, black cities, whatever you want to say it. That's what we doing. Ain't get no help from nobody. Ain't nobody giving us no money to start these towns up. We ain't doing it. Oh, damn, we got our own sports league? Oh, Lord. We did that. No federal aid. None. We did it. No handouts. We went and did it. So, knowing that part of my history, I'm curious as to why we mad at the Democratic Party. We mad at them about what? Because we don't wait on handouts. We never have. Anybody remember the Black Panther Party back in the day? That's, you know, we like to reference them, I guess, because they was cool and everything like that. But do we know really what they stood for? Did they wait? Did they wait on federal assistance, federal aid? And that's us. When I say they, I guess I really do need to be saying, did we? That's our organization. Folks can say what they want to as far as the Ku Klux Klan, but the Ku Klux Klan has never done anything beneficial for this country. And just so we can be clear, the breakfast program that the Black Panther Party was doing so kids could have something on their stomach prior to going to school, that was adopted by the United States of America. Ku Klux Klan ain't done nothing beneficial for America. That came from a group of black people. That's what that was. So when do we wait? We don't. What handout we waiting on? None. Who we mad at? Either nobody or everybody. But you know what we don't do? We don't wait. If the Democratic Party is wrong for instilling the Civil Rights Act and not doing anything else, the Republican Party is equally wrong for freeing slaves and not doing anything else. That's all they did. But in 1964, the parties made a switch. Democrats, for political reasons, started targeting black voters. And when I say targeting, we got some stuff for you. You know, kind of how the military recruiter knocks on your front door trying to get you to sign on the dotted line to join the military. They offer you something. Well, the Republican Party did the same thing in 1864, except they, instead of them going to blacks and offering them something on top of what the Democrats were offering, they turned around and went to racists and offered racist public assistance. We will now be your sounding board for you to say whatever it is you want to. That's the history. Now, if you have not lived long enough, you don't know that. If you have not lived long enough, while it is entertaining, you think because this was me saying all that to set this up, you would think the politicians on Capitol Hill right now, you would think it's always been like that, i.e. high school, juvenile, childish. You can watch them on Capitol Hill and you don't know if you watching Capitol Hill or you watching Wild 'N Out. That ain't the way that's always been. I'm so sorry to tell you. And if you in your 30s, damn. I can use my daughter Mia as a point of reference. She was born in 1994. Well, if you were born into the 90s, what do you experience to when it comes to politics? Because I'm here to tell you, that ain't it. I was watching this show the other day. Debates are boring. They are. If you watch the movie, The Great Debaters with Denzel Washington, that's fiction. Debates ain't that damn exciting. They not. This is how debates go. We're debating policy. You say something, I say something. You say something, I say something. You say something that's incorrect, that's flat out wrong, and I check you on it right then on stage. And your expression is because you know you made a mistake. Folks catch you. That's a debate. This whole thing about your mama, calling folks out their name and everything like that, personal attacks. Well, if you in your 30s and 40s, I'm gonna help you out with a brief history lesson because you're not understanding. This ain't how this always been. I'm gonna keep it with these notes real quick. Blacks wanted nothing to do with the Dixiecrats, Democrats in the South. Nope, not at all. Prayers and ammo and willpower got the ancestors through. Come on, somebody. So I'm gonna help y'all out. Because even if you in your fort, like I'm telling you, you don't know because you ain't been, because we only vote for presidents every 4 years. And if you somebody that distance yourself from politics, You don't know. It used to be a certain way, though. I'm telling you, it used to be a certain way. So I'm a kid. Nixon. That's Watergate. I'm a kid. I already know nothing about that. Gerald Ford, he take over. My name is Gerald. Okay, damn, mom, you didn't name me after the vice president. Okay, we get it in when we finish. All right. Then Jimmy Carter. Oh, I get Jimmy Carter debating. I get Ronald Reagan debating. This is boring. I don't know how anybody watched this. It was absolutely boring. But that was it. Wasn't no personal attacks between Jimmy Carter and Ronald Reagan. Wasn't no name calling. Wasn't nobody talking about nobody's wife. No, they talked about each other's policies. Hell, we ain't even, I don't think they ain't really talk about Ronald's acting career. Then we get George Bush. Ain't nobody calling nobody out no name. This ain't Def Jam. This ain't BET Comic View. No, they politics. That's what they talking. They give us a look. They in there on the Senate floor and everything like that. Yeah, they arguing, but they ain't talking about how each other look. We doing that in high school. We talking about how each other look in high school. We talking about each other's families in high school. That recess after school. That's when we was clowning. Oh no. Then we get the other Bush. We still not doing none of that. Yeah, Kanye West go out there and say he don't like black people, but I'm of the mindset Kanye West don't like black people right now. But we ain't doing that name calling. What's the worst thing we said about Bill? Bill need to be impeached because Bill was doing something he was doing something with someone that wasn't his spouse, and he did it in the Oval Office. Now damn. But hey, now we ain't finna act like that. JFK, Marilyn Monroe, we used to stuff going on like this. We finna act like this. You don't know because you weren't around. The personal stuff did not start until Barack Obama ran for president. And it has only escalated since then. It was him. Not that he did it, but the Tea Party, we never had that before. The birther movement, we never had that before. Folks just outright not standing by their American values because your American value used to be it. No, Barack Obama's grandfather on his mother's side is a World War II veteran. You know how folks like to talk about they proud Americans. They did not give two damns that Barry's grandfather fought in World War II. White. No. That never made sense to me because I'm like, if you proud to be an American, you respect every soldier that came before you. John McCain. We ain't gotta agree. But you took the same oath I did. And then, not only that, you were in combat. You got caught and you came home. Man, damn. Bro, that's to be appreciated all day because some did not come home. You came home. Man, I have nothing but the utmost respect for any man or woman that takes that oath. For whatever reason, you taking it, you know damn good and well, you could be very well signing your life away. And if you think the pay, what they give us is adequate, it's not. Every veteran in America that's disabled has to go through hell to prove they're disabled. Those injuries could be right there in their service record book. The government don't give two damns. They will make that veteran go through hoops like a fucking clown to get their benefits. So my hat's off to anybody that does it. Anybody. John McCain did it. Whether we agree don't agree, different branch of service, don't matter. You were willing to make the ultimate sacrifice. My hat's off to you. That said, though, when you look at your government today, what are we doing? We got AOC. What is she more known for? Is it policies or her comebacks? What is Marjorie Taylor Greene known for? Her policies or her comebacks? Jasmine, the young lady, what is she known for? Her policies or her comebacks? When we're looking at what's going on Capitol Hill today, if you are Generation X, if you are baby boomers, if you are the silent generation, this doesn't remind you of anything other than high school shenanigans. Which then begs the question, because we elected them, shouldn't we expect better out of our politicians? Shouldn't we? Our politicians should be the very best of us, not the least of us. But when we look at what's been going on ever since Barack Obama announced he was running for president, this been a damn clown show. This been a damn clown show. What were people walking around with tiki torches? Tiki torches, what we doing? Then Hillary ran. What now? Donald turned it up, and it was already bad when Barry ran the first two times. Donald turned that thing up. I was taught you don't talk about women like that. I guess it don't matter. We in some stuff that we were taught, morals we were taught as kids, boys, young men. All the hell with it. It started though when Barry ran. How many people insulted his wife? It had nothing to do with politics. How many insults did he endure that had nothing to do with politics? How many insults did Hillary endure? And I don't want to act like it was just them. No, they was giving what they was getting. Insults being hurled left and right. That had nothing to do with politics. Childish cat ladies, that ain't got a damn thing to do with politics. That's what we devolve to as a country every 4 years. And if you in your 30s, you think that's the right way. It's not. It's not. The debate between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz, that was more exciting than debates used to be. And we don't have those personal attacks. That ain't what that is. We speak policy. And you win based on policy. But now I don't want to lose sight of the message, because I preface the whole thing about what our politicians have turned into by starting off with what we've been through as Black people. I started it off that way for a reason. I want to know what we looking to the government for. I told my wife before I got on this live, I'm of the mindset that ever since the Democratic Party enacted the Civil Rights Bill, we've been looking for a handout. And when I say a handout, we're looking for the federal government to do something else for Black people. Why? When there's history out there, well, we ain't ever waited on the federal government to do nothing for us, anything for us. We got it out the muck. So when somebody says to me on a live, the government don't need to do nothing for us. The fact that we have history where we set up towns ourselves, We did that. We set up a whole sports league by ourselves. We didn't have no funding. We started schools for higher learning for our kids. We didn't have any support. That's history. And get this, it's your history. It's your history. Your great grandmama's history, your great granddaddy's history, your great great grandmama's history, your great great grand. That's our history. So how in the hell, when we know we come from that, we sitting up here saying, "Oh, the Democrats." I don't need the Democrat to do a damn thing for me except stay out my way. Stay out my way. I'll make a way because my ancestors made a way. Just stay out my way. And you can get in my way. My ancestors still made a way. I don't look to the Republican Party nor the Democratic Party for anything. And I'm saying to you, don't look to them for anything other than staying out of our way. Stay out of our way. Let us go be productive. But over here, since 1964, you've done anything but stay out of my way. Since 1964, actually 2 years prior to that, you have not tried to stay out of my way. No, to the Republican Party, they went above and beyond. Let me use this terminology here because baby boomers and Generation X understand it. Since 1964, the Republican Party then went above and beyond the cock block black people. Now, you ain't got to F with me, but don't cock block me. You ain't got to do nothing for me. Don't get in my way. You ain't got to speak to me. Don't spit in my face. Go over there where you at. I'm going to stay over here where I'm at. Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma. But watch this. So, Rosewood, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Well, just so we clear, the racists back then belonged to the Democratic Party. The Republicans didn't punish them. You need me to say that again? The folks that burned down Rosewood, those would have been the Democrats. The Republicans didn't punish them. The folks who created Tulsa, Oklahoma, established Tulsa, Oklahoma, that was us. The folks that bombed it, those would have been the Democrats. The Republicans didn't punish them. Hell, remember when I told you Gerald Ford, president I got named over? Well, Richard Nixon was the president, but he resigned. He was Republican. The Democrats, they didn't impeach him. He committed a crime. Regardless of any president that has thrown up their hand and taken that oath, no president, regardless of who they are, has had the intestinal fortitude to say the United States was wrong. That's any president, Republican, Democrat. You mad at Kamala Harris for what she hasn't done, what she said, what she won't say. Well, Donald had 4 years to say and do it and did neither. Barry had 8 years to say it and do it and didn't do it. Bush had his time. His dad had his time. Clinton had his time. Jimmy Carter had his time. Ray, all these presidents have had their time and they've never done it. Me, I don't need you to do nothing for me. I need you to stay out my way. I'm going to keep up with these notes. We must take care of ourselves without government assistance. Thank you. We've done it before when times were harder. What's so different? We've done it before when times were harder. What's so different? We did it before when some might say you really had a reason to be afraid of doing something else. Lest we forget what happened when we tried to vote back then. History is out there, right? You can go vote today, right? You can swallow up if you want to. You can go vote. You ain't worried about nobody deleting you on the way to the voter to the voting booth, are you? You can go with your family and friends and loved ones en masse. You ain't worried about nothing. That wasn't necessarily the case back then. Could you imagine you today getting with 4 or 5 of your friends, go buying some land? Could you imagine getting with 4 or 5 of your friends, starting a school? College? Can you? We did it back then. Could you imagine getting with your friends, family members, and say, we finna protect this neighborhood? That ain't that far off. I mean, we did it back then. And when I say back then, that was the Black Panther Party. It wasn't like it didn't exist. Do we really need the police to kick bad folks out of our neighborhood? We didn't back then. And it was way more difficult back then to do it. It was. No, we did it. How? How did we accomplish the thing? How did we get the Negro League when we didn't have the Civil Rights Act? We were just free. No government. How did we do all those things without any support from the government? How? There's some good coffee. Hey, this French vanilla I got right here. We take care of ourselves, but are we ready to defend ourselves? Well, that's a great question, Kamoyo. No. No. We, as I said I think we got nerfed. I think we soft. Theo, I'm trying to be careful. When you know there are no options on the table, you either gonna get it or that's it. You have a tendency to become more resourceful, if you will. Well, we did get free, so we knew at the very least we didn't have to worry about being slaves again. So all of our efforts were into building. Then you get the Civil Rights Act, where folks tell you, hey, you 1/3 of a man. So the thing as a people wanting to be accepted, seen, viewed as equal, civil rights. You think I have rights as a civilian. That's what that is. A mother mine said we got lazy. A mother mine said we got lazy and stopped appreciating that which came before. I know I had a classmate named Robert Wheeler. Yeah, I'm throwing his name out there. I had a classmate named Robert Wheeler who basically undersold HBCUs. You got to go to the other schools to make it to the NFL. You say that with a straight face as if we don't know brothers that went to HBCUs and made it to the. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. You just as dumb and just as ignorant as you was when we graduated in 1986. You being a doctor ain't done a damn thing except told me you got a damn doctor. You still dumb as a box of broads. Like Theo, no, anytime a black person undermines, devalues black accomplishments, I get in my feelings. Still, I get in my feelings. Defense is a part of self-care. Yep. I've been purchasing ammo every time I buy action figures. So, why did I do the night show? Because I know some people, Theo, what was the whole point of this? The whole point of this is me letting you know It's not a Republican thing. It's not a Democratic thing. It's your thing. In history, American history, yeah, both parties then did something for you. But that's it. Just something, not some things. And even with what they've done for us, which is by and large not that much, we still made it do what it could do. So my question becomes, in 2024, why are we looking for either side to do anything for us instead of looking at one another? Why are we not looking at one another? Why are we not embracing one another? Because to get the rosewood, we had to embrace one another. To get the Black Wall Street, we had to embrace one another. To get the Negro League, to get the HBCUs, we had to embrace one another. You can't do that being individuals. You can't. United, we stand. Divided, we fall. That's not just the same. That's a way of life. I'm not looking for either party to do anything for me. Neither party did this for me. No, this is the Rock With Me Nation. This is sweat. This is work. This is research. Ain't nobody gave me no business plan. Ain't nobody put nothing in my pocket. Nobody came to me and said, hey, we think you should do this for the betterment of your people. We think you should research Black culture, tie it into Black comic books, and use it as a way to speak strength. Nobody, I ain't got no business plan. I ain't got no grant, no nothing. This me, my wife, this us, the Rock With Me Nation. This ain't us relying on the Democratic Party. This ain't us relying on the Republican Party. This ain't us being fearful of what anybody got to say, whether it's Marvel Studios, Marvel comic books, DC, Warner Bros. No. We do what our ancestors did. We get it out the mud. And we use history as our sounding board, just like our ancestors did. Go vote. Go vote. Make sure your vote counts. Make sure your vote allows you to vote again in 4 years. But don't just rely on your vote. Don't do that. Don't rely on your vote. Do what your ancestors did. Reach out, connect with your other brothers and sisters that Black, African American. Unify, build, grow. That's what they did. And I think if we want to learn from our ancestors, that's the way to go about doing it. Why do you think we have all the media and social media trying to divide us? They don't want the folks talking, at least not the ones that know anyway. There's no reason to be divided. Listen, I'm out of here. Came here for a short time, not a long time and everything like that. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Tomorrow, we got What a Week It Was Wednesday. We do Comic Book Day in the US of A and everything like that. I know I've been slacking on action figures. It's still 31 days though. So when I come back, I'm just going to put the rest of the days up there and everything like that. We got some nice stuff. Kamoyo. Listen, I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission this week. I'm strategically lining stuff up. Oh man, wait, can we do this? My show, my channel. Do what I want to do. Do what I want to do. Hey, where my action figures at? Valorverse, Bobby Valor. I don't know if I'm gonna do it this week. I'm gonna do it next week, but I'm gonna do it. Oh man, Kamoyo, I told you, I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Y'all just gonna have to see. I don't want nobody stealing my stuff. I don't want nobody stealing my stuff. Boy, my hot toots that I say finna be lit. my hot tooth ain't finna be lit. I'm finna have the hardest looking hot tooth. Yeah. I'm finna have the hardest looking hot tooth, period. Boy, look. Y'all are like, Theo, how did you, why did you, what made you? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's finna go down. It's finna go down. That's all I'm finna tell you. It's finna go down. It's best. You know what? Let me do this real quick. We got a little time. Got a little time. I'm looking for something. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. We talk, right? Come on, yo. Y'all like, Theo, what you looking for? Come on, yo. Big dog. Come on, you're like, wait a minute. I said, I know. Ooh. Y'all like, Theo, leave me alone. I'm working. Come on, yo. Hold on, big dog. I think we cooking with grease. Hold on. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. I know y'all like Theo. Oh, no. Y'all done messed up the church's money. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Come on, yo. Boy, look, the hot tooth finna be lit. Yeah. Boy, my hot tooth finna be lit. You see it? Come on, yo. You see it? Hold on. We'll jump back on our book project once we finish moving to our temporary digs. True. It's your thong down. Do what you want to do. Come on, yo. You see this, big dog? Do you see this? He know why I'm laughing. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. Y'all like, well, it ain't nobody business. What Genuine say? It ain't none of your friend business. Ain't none of your friend business. What we be doing tonight. Oh, they set tripping. They are. Come on, yo. I could pull it up. But that's the belt. You know where we going with this, big dog. We gonna go ahead and slide this on down. We ain't gotta do this. Come on, yo. We gonna get off this live and everything like this. We gonna talk, but you see what it is. You see what it is. You see what it is. We gonna talk. Oh, I know y'all like, he acting real damn silly. You have no idea what we talked about today. I told y'all, we be talking off the books. Me and Kamoyo talk. They finna be hitting hard. LL Cool J hard. That's it. We out. Know your history. Learn your history, or you're gonna wind up repeating your history. That's on you. I don't want to do that with you. So learn your history. That's it. We out. Like, share, subscribe. We gonna make it do what it do. G.I. Joe gear packs too. Yep. G.I. Joe got gear packs? Oh yeah, we got to talk. Listen, like, share, subscribe. Like, leave a comment. Don't like, leave a constructive comment. Regardless, go learn your history and understand that we as a people have never needed anybody to make it do what it do. We still don't need anybody to make it do what it do. Remember the late great Don Cornelius, Chadwick Boseman. Till next time, I wish each and every last one of y'all love, peace, and so we out.